Hi, Clint again with Crimson Landscape, and we are at Bob Smith's house. Today we're going to add a zone to the Hydrawise software. This assumes the client does have a Hunter Hydrawise connected smart controller and does have available stations in the controller. This is a Hunter X2, 14 stations, so there are 14 stations, and currently this client is using, I believe, 10 stations. So what we're going to do is add a zone again. So we're going to start by going to Zones and Programs. Go down to the next available one, which, I was right, it's 10 zones. We're going to click on that button there, and we're going to add number 11. So we're going to call this Ceramic Pots Back Patio, and we're going to tell what it is. And this happens to be 1/4-inch spikes. Alright, so we're going to leave it at default as a flower for now, but we're going to change that icon shortly. Okay, so we have the next step is determine whether you want to do cycle and soak or no cycle and soak. We are not going to do cycle and soak. I'm not going to explain what that is in this video, but cycle and soak is not a very effective means when doing pots. I think direct water programming based on time is more effective when doing pots. But cycle and soak is a good option if you're an experienced programmer or you understand the technology. Okay. This is a master valve pump start. We're going to skip this for now. We are going to leave it on normal, so no changes need to be made, and we're going to click OK. Alright, so now we added it. Zone 11, Ceramic Pots Back Patio. We're going to come down here and we're going to add the picture. So I already have a picture pre-selected. Make sure your pictures are taken in horizontal mode and not vertical. As you can see up here, one of my technicians took the camera in vertical mode. You can see it's sideways. You can easily change this out, not that big a deal. And our technicians, after installing new control, they automatically take pictures of every zone from their phones directly into the app, which is the quickest way to do it. I recommend you do everything again horizontally because it shows up automatically horizontally. So this is for zone number 11 again. So we have that zone added, it's in there. So next thing we need to do is go over to the sensors. Alright, and we're going to come through here and we're going to click this button right here, go to next, and we're going to add ceramic pot. See, it says available zones and selected zones. So we're going to add that to the rain sensor and click OK. So now that is been added to it. There it is. It's part of the rain free sensor control mechanism. And next we're going to go to programs right here, and because this is a pot, we're going to add a specific program. So we're going to call this Ceramic Pot Seasonal Flowers, and the date is going to be 1/3/2025. Again, we always put the date because that tells us the last time we changed the programming. Click next, and we're going to water twice a week. It is winter, so we're going to water twice a week. Maybe 3 times a week would be good, but for the argument's sake, we're going to do twice a week. So we're going to turn it on to, let's say, Mondays and Thursdays. We're going to start at 11 a.m. Okay, again, we always start at 11 a.m. in the winter because if you started too early, the rain-free sensor may tell the system not to water. So we're doing 11 a.m. We're going to click next. We're going to click on that particular zone, so we'll go all the way to the bottom. There's that particular zone. And just for argument's sake, we're going to water that zone with those spike for, let's say, 10 minutes. Alright. Everything else has already been pre-selected based on the overall water programming. This is when not to water, and this is when to automatically adjust based on when it's too hot, or you can do it when it's too cold. Alright, we're done, so we're going to hit OK. Okay, now let's say this was summer and you want to water a whole lot more. So we're going to click on the same zone. We're going to say seasonal flowers, ceramic pot, and let's say it's June now. So we're going to say June. We're going to click next, and it's really hot outside. So we're going to start watering every day, and we're going to change it to, let's say, 5 a.m. Okay, so now we're watering every day at 5 a.m. Or if you want to do it every other day, so we're going to say every odd day. But what we're going to do is every odd day, we're going to do it twice a day. So we're going to do 5 a.m. and 10 p.m. Depending on the flower, will depend on how much water. Also, is the ceramic pot in the sun? Because when the ceramic pot's in the sun, when the sun hits it, it will cook all the moisture out of the soil in the pot. So you may have to water once a day, you may have to water twice a day, you may have to water every other day. The most important part is the flowers get wet, then they dry out. They get wet, then they dry out. So the watering times is 100% based on how fast the soil is heated up and the moisture is cooked out, and that is referred to as transevaporation. All right, so I'm gonna click next. Again, ceramic pot, we're saying 10 minutes, and I'm gonna click OK. Okay, go back over here to zones and programs, and you see it's been added. Oh, one thing I do want to change is I'm going to change our icon. I'm going to click on this button right here, and you see the picture's been added. So I'm going to make it to where all the pictures match. Go back to home, and we are set up. So this is how to set up a zone and how to program that zone for a ceramic pot. If you have any questions, you can reach out to our team at crimsonlandscape.com.